Hi everyone, welcome to That Board Game Show. My name is Mark, and today we will be doing an overview of Ticket to Ride First Journey. Why howdy young'uns, welcome to Ticket to Ride First Journey, where we are going to be taking turns playing a game where we're going to be completing some train routes. As you can see, beautiful colored pieces. We got the red, the green, the blue, the yellow, our nice bright colored pieces. And the whole point of the game is to be the first player to complete 6 routes. And that's easy. You can all count 5 on one hand, 1 on the other. That's 6 routes. You're the first one to do that. You get the golden ticket. That means you're the winner. As you can see on this beautiful board, we have 19 cities spread out across North America. We got Montreal in Canada, we got Denver, Colorado, we got Dallas, Texas. No matter where you are, you're going to be able to easily identify the cities that you need to go to. So what happens when we start the game is you are going to be dealt 2 of these tickets. And it's very easy to find out where the cities are. Not only are there nice bright pictures on the board, you also have the name and on this ticket. So here, for example, you need to go from Los Angeles all the way to Dallas. So it gives you the picture, but also you look at the card and you look at the board, you can see Los Angeles to Dallas. You'll be able to find the position on the card, see it on the board. This is important because you want to keep these secret. You don't want the other people to know where you're trying to go. So if you show them your card, they might be able to put their trains down and block you. So you need to go a long way around, or you might not be able to complete your ticket. We don't want that. So the other thing that you're going to need to put your trains down is you're going to need some of these colored cards. You start the game with 4 of them. There are 6 different color cards. So as you can see here, we have red, we have blue, we have white, we have green, we have black, we have yellow, and this one's a special one. This one's a joker. It can be any color you need it to be. So the way it works is on your turn, you can take one card from this pile, which is going to be face down next to the board, or you can use the cards that you already got to put down your trains on the route. So say, for example, I had my one black card over here. If I have my one black card over here and I wanted to go from Montreal to New York, I could play the black card out of my hand, take my train and put it down. And then if that was my route, I would take the card and keep that card. I would put it down so everyone could see I'd done it, and I'd have one route completed. Then play goes around, everyone gets to draw a card or play a route. If you finished your routes, the 2 that you started with, you can skip your turn from drawing, throw away both routes that you have, and draw 2 new ones. So let's just take 1 or 2 turns for every player here, just to get you an idea of how it all works. So let's say our yellow player starts. They see, oh, we've got 3 red cards and a blue one. Now, the fun thing about this is even if yellow needs to get from Calgary to San Francisco, so they need to go from the top of the board all the way down to San Francisco. As you can see, this looks pretty easy. You could go along the top, or you could go down the bottom through Helena and Salt Lake City, or if you really want to be crazy, you could go from Calgary to Winnipeg to Helena. As long as you get from Calgary to San Francisco, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. Sometimes what some people will do is if they need to get to a city far away and they've got to get to another city in between, they might take a long way around to get to the middle city and then a short route to the faraway city. So this player has 3 red cards. As we can see over here, they got 3 red cards. So he can hand in these 3 red cards right over here, puts down his 3 trains. Okay. The cards do not have to match the color you are playing. They have to match the route that you are wanting to take. Now, the interesting thing about this Calgary to Seattle route is that there's also these black spaces. That means two people can take this route. The same person can't take it twice. There's no point. You've already gone from Calgary to Seattle. But maybe your friend needs to get from Seattle to Winnipeg. He's going to have to come this way. So yellow player's played his cards. He's got that down, and he's only got one card left. He's probably going to have to draw to try to get the blue or the green. Now, he doesn't know what he's going to get. He's got to wait until he gets those cards. You can have as many cards as you want in your hand. So if you want to keep drawing cards, and then just very quickly get all your routes, that's one way you could do it. How you choose to win this game is entirely up to you. That's the beauty of being a railway man. You can do it the way you want to do it. So now, yellow's had his turn. Let's have a look at blue. So blue has got two yellows. He's got a joker, and he's got a blue. Now he's got to get from Winnipeg all the way to Montreal. He's also got to get from Calgary to Chicago. So here's Calgary, and all the way down here is Chicago. So with these two yellows, or the blue and the joker, where could he possibly go? So remember, the joker is any color. So he could go from Calgary to Winnipeg because he needs to get down to Chicago. He also needs to get from Winnipeg to Montreal. So it would make sense for him to play the two yellows and use the joker as a yellow. And he would go here on this yellow line between Calgary and Winnipeg. So he's already started this ticket to Chicago, and now as he carries on, he can go from Winnipeg to Montreal as well. So that's blue's turn. He's probably going to have to draw some cards the next time. And so let's have a look at what the green player can do. So our green player needs to get from Chicago all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's got a joker, a white card, a black card, and a red card. He also needs to get from Calgary all the way to Los Angeles. So there's a lot of short little train stops in between. So he could either go with the red card and go from Calgary to Helena on the way down. He could also, and this is another fun thing, you do not have to start at Calgary. You could start here because he's got the black card. So let's say green plays the black card and puts one of his trains over here. Now the other people might be thinking he's going to go from Helena somewhere, and so they might not bother about taking up these spots. And then on his next turn, he could very quickly play the red card and go there. Or he can play the white card and go here. And then on his next turn, he could play the red and the joker and put the two trains down there. And then all of a sudden, he's completed that ticket. And so he put that in front of him. So now everyone can see it, and they know, oh, green's completed one of his tickets. He only needs 5 more to get that golden ticket. So maybe that's what he'll be doing. And that's the nice thing. Your friends won't know where you're going until you complete the ticket. That's a fun thing. It's like going on a trip with your parents and they don't tell you where you're going. And then you get there and you're like, oh, wow, this was fun. So maybe that's what he's going to do. Okay, let's have a look at our red player. So our red player needs to go from Montreal to Atlanta. He's got to go all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia. Or he's got to go from Winnipeg, which is up here, all the way to New York. Okay, the Big Apple. I don't know if they sell Big Apples in New York, but that's what they call it. So here he's got 2 green cards and 2 black cards. So he could go from Winnipeg to New York along the top here. He's got the 2 black cards, but you can only take 1 route per turn. So even though he's got the 2 black cards, he cannot go here and here. He's got to choose. He can go there or there. Or what he can do from Montreal to Atlanta, he doesn't have any other, he's got the black, but he doesn't have any of the others. So maybe he decides he's going to draw a card. Again, no one gets to see what it is except him, but look, he's got himself a joker. So he can keep that, and later on he can use it as any color to put it down. So that will be one round of play. And we keep going through this turn after turn until eventually someone has 6 completed routes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First person to do that, the game is over and they get the golden ticket. They are the winner. There's one other thing that could help you. If you get a route that goes from any one of these West Coast cities and meets up on any one of these East Coast cities, you get the coast to coast card. And what this means is you get to take a ticket from the top of the deck and treat it as though you've already done it. Even though this one says Duluth to Salt Lake City. Now, Blue hasn't gone anywhere near Duluth or Salt Lake City, but because he's gone coast to coast, it counts as a completed route. First one to 6 wins. The other thing is if you've put down all your train cars, even if you don't have 6, the game is over. Then it's the person who has completed the most routes. So maybe he's only completed 5. If everyone else hasn't completed 5, green would still win the game. So maybe your friends have blocked you off and you can't get to the city you want to go to. You can just place all your trains down. Because remember, you can go anywhere. You do not have to connect green to green. I could go, if I've got a blue card, I could go there. And then maybe next turn I have a yellow card. I could go down here. As long as the space is open, I can go wherever I've got a card to go. So, first one to 6 wins the golden ticket. Golden ticket's what you're going for, kids. And I hope that I will meet you on the train track soon and see how many of you have managed to collect this golden ticket to come play with me. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to say one small thing. You might be worried that maybe you're not from North America and us Americans are just running around playing our own train games. Well, the nice thing about this is you could learn something about some of these cities. And you could imagine that you're going from city to city. For example, here's a baseball in Chicago. Did you know that they love to play baseball in America? It's one of our favorite games to play. And here we have Washington, D.C. This is actually the Capitol building because the capital of America, the United States, is Washington, D.C. Now you might get confused and think that, well, I don't know these cities are in America. You'd be right. Calgary, Winnipeg, and Montreal are from Canada. So even there you can learn the differences between America and Canada and maybe talk to your parents about going to another country. Do you have a passport? Do you need a passport to go to another country? Some countries don't need them. Salt Lake City is in Utah. You can learn about the different states. So even though this map is from North America, you can learn so many different things. The Dallas Cowboys, how of you young boys want to ride around like a cowboy? We all want to be cowboys playing cowboys and Indians, shooting each other with our finger guns. Good fun. So don't be worried that it's just North America. You can learn something about every single city here and make it even more fun that you can tell your parents, or even tell your friends. So I hope I'll see you on those train tracks soon. Bye.